Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing Saturn in Taurus. But before I do, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Saturn in Taurus people have an earthy reserve and caution, which shows in their desire to have their world stable, ordered, and consistent. These people evaluate everything that they meet against their rather traditional and conservative, perhaps snobbish, set of values in a search for permanence and security. These people are capable of forming deep, long-term, serious attachments to anything and anyone that they appreciate, and they also form equally deep and persistent aversions to whatever they dislike. Once their values are fixed, they are very difficult to change. These people are likely to have long-range material ambitions using steady patience, persistence, and caution in their outreach towards them. They do have issues concerning the possibility of things coming easily without such control. These people like to organize themselves in a measured, paced manner as they slowly build toward their goals. Saturn in Taurus people probably fear poverty and the loss that could lead to it. They have an innate fear of deprivation or destitution, or losing personal worth. They feel that their status depends on how much they have, whether that be of possessions and money or of more abstract values, and that you have to struggle long, hard, and slow to earn it. Their fears could easily lead to avarice and greed, to the point of miserliness, which can result in them being overburdened with material responsibilities, which allow them no freedom or spontaneity as a result. They also fear the possibility, indirectly, of the loss that they're eternally expected, since they point themselves straight at it with a persistent, doubtful focusing of their minds upon it. On the other side of the coin, Saturn in Taurus people may believe that material values are evil, and deny themselves any sensory, sensual, or financial fulfillment, leaning towards the austere and judgmental in their attitude towards the physical world. These people will judge others against their standards as severely as they judge themselves, seeing only their own very conservative viewpoint, and believing that what they feel to be right for themselves must be right for all. Basically, they are intolerant of what they feel to be greed within themselves and others. The basic greed turns out to be a need for a warm, loving, and giving interaction with other people and with the world. Somewhere along their road, they have come to feel that they are guilty and that they don't deserve to have what they want most. So, if they believe that they can't have it, and that causes them pain and frustration, they then call it evil and think that no one else should have it either. Saturn in Taurus people either feel the need to be sure of their material safety, perhaps to the point of clinging to it, or feel that they can't handle it at all. There is the middle way, or of non-attachment, however, the recognition that true value lies only in themselves, that it is they who give things value. The better potentials here included discipline and development of their senses so that they are trained and enriched in their ability to perceive, particularly to see structure and order in everything. Enjoyment of sensory material things without attachment, but with a highly developed feel for textures, tastes, qualities, and a corresponding creative ability with such things. A disciplined and conscious forming of tolerant and open personal value systems. The ability to accept all things by understanding their place in the order of things. When negatively expressed, the Saturn in Taurus person may be pitiful, self-conscious, and incapable of mixing socially. Their fear of insecurity may make them miserly and avaricious. They are likely to worry themselves into a nervous breakdown. Their home may be an unhappy place where they are likely to begrudgingly showing others simple kindnesses. These people can be unresponsive in love and have no feeling for beauty. And when severely negatively expressed, all their thoughts may be calculated to bring about materialistic ends. Saturn in Taurus people would do well to avoid get-rich-quick schemes, as they are not lucky in this way. They are compensated instead with the capacity for thrift and adherence to the straight and narrow path of duty. These people have an instinct to stabilize and reinforce foundations, and therefore they discourage undue expansions in this area. Saturn in Taurus people are usually extremely careful with their money. An inordinate craving for material security is intensified by a true horror of being dependent on others, especially in their old age. If these people do become wealthy, it is because they have concentrated their energies and pinched pennies throughout their entire lives. When negatively expressed, the Saturn in Taurus person will tend to add to the overall austerity. And so these people can settle into a frugality that's bordering on miserliness. Although Saturn in Taurus does not show how much money a person is likely to acquire, it does, to some extent, indicate the psychological attitude towards the question of financial security. Saturn in Taurus people are too intent on holding on to their worldly goods to really enjoy them. Possessions and money come to them so slowly and laboriously that they are in constant dread of losing them to some capricious act of fate. As a result of this, these people will not give up what they own without a struggle, any more than they will surrender their ambitions to acquire more and more. They understand that with wealth comes status, prestige, and respect, and these mean just about as much to them as the financial security that they crave. Saturn in Taurus people are thoughtful and kind by nature, and they are not given to rash actions, although they will lose their temper suddenly if badgered enough. As much as they are able, they lead a steady sort of existence. They prefer to think long about things before making any moves because they like to know in advance exactly where they are going. These people fix their goals well ahead, and because all the pros and cons have been considered, they allow themselves to hope. These people seldom see any need to change their plans or to listen to others' advice. Instead, they plow on, regardless of what occurs. The unexpected unnerves these people because they find it hard to make sudden adjustments. They aren't very adaptive when all is said and done. They really prefer to work for someone else or under the auspices of a large organization where they can express their authority without having to worry about security issues. The great strength of these people is their ability to persevere and overcome obstacles. Their determination is very pronounced. The things they strive for in life do not come easily. Basically, they are not lucky individuals, but through their persistence, they find that they get there in the end. Saturn in Taurus people tend to be frugal with money and can go without luxuries for long periods of time, although they do enjoy life's comforts once they feel they can afford them. They try hard to save, but it's a slow and daunting process. Something usually drains off the accumulated funds, no matter how hard they try to prevent this from happening. Many of their problems come through relatives, especially elders. They may have to support or care for a parent over a long period. Other unfortunate domestic experiences may bring loss and sorrow, and there is the possibility of bad feelings happening between them and their neighbors. Most of the anxieties of the Saturn in Taurus person stem from money and love issues. They are indecisive and seldom able to strike when the iron is hot. This is because they lack confidence in their own timing. They hesitate when they should push forward. In love, when they eventually do act, it's often at the wrong moment or with the wrong person. They may become quite depressed at the topsy-turvy way their personal relationships seem to operate compared with the experiences of others. They like to keep their emotions too much to themselves when sharing would be a better way to be. They need to give their feelings and deeper thoughts an airing from time to time. They need to learn how to open up to another person. Their continual reserve and restraint often leads to brooding, a kind of emotional inbreeding that gives rise to fear, imagined slights, and seething resentments. These people do not forgive or forget easily. Saturn and Taurus people acquire money through judicial investments. They play it safe. These people intuitively understand all about the hazards of get-rich-quick schemes, with the nail-biting and sleepless nights when things go wrong. They totally understand that this type of thing is not for them. They are excellent people to have on the payroll to keep costs down because they know how to economize and can explain economical moves to others diplomatically. In their personal affairs, they are prudent and thrifty. These people can be frustrated implicit with other people's money. They will do nothing that might undercut their reputation or cause others to be disrespectful. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easy to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.